Right now, they're going to use the national dialogue to find out where people are standing in terms of their political stance.
That's
You
the
can't
thing.
bring Lekhanyan with a big star badge there and expect us to listen to such an elder. No.
But Bishop Lekanyane is a prominent leader
He's
who's
a prominent
representing
leader.
a
We
serious...
can't listen to prominent leaders that are not serving us as citizens. We need to listen to everyday people that are affected on a daily so that we get to the gems of the issues.
The ANC, you can never be merciful towards them because they ruled with majority power for the longest time.
1000%. They could have changed those things.
A lot of
Hence,
time.
we want them gone.
Right now in 2025, we could be living in a new South Africa with a new
Yep.
constitution, with
Infrastructure
totally new
development.
laws.
Lerato Kenya Mudimu in problem. He's got big
Mudimu wa
problems.
pila.
Palestine is about to be wiped out. God has got enough on his plate. You're gonna go and practice unsafe sex with no preventative method, and then say God is going to save you from poverty. We are racially marginalized now. It's a class game. It's no longer a race game now. We really need to focus on that. It's 2025, and we do have Africans and white people that are like suffering as well, right? So we're trying to move forward. And it's quite clear that these people are not going to take accountability for apartheid. They're not.
Yeah, of
right?
course. Yeah.
And
But
now
we need a solution.
as
Yeah.
to how do we move forward. It's not the ANC as we've seen, unfortunately, because in my opinion, they're just as bad as the apartheid governments. They came in
The
and
ANC.
they were supposed to
The ANC is
emancipate.
bad as the apartheid government.
They were supposed to emancipate their people. They, more than anybody, knew how bad it was, how oppressed we were. They were exiled. Yet they come back and what do? Finish off what Stratcom started, looting the resources. They're destroying further our future. Look at all the things that have been disbanded since then. SAPS is a mess. There's no such thing as SAPS anymore. It's just to certify your documents and keep it pushing. But when it comes to actually doing their job as protecting the people or anything, they're not doing that.
Yeah.
What else? Eskom, Transnet. We've got CEOs that earn 13 million rand a year. Mara di train di pakile kwa ko Bramfontein.
Yo.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's no longer a race chat. We need to move forward.
Yeah.
And now it's a class chat. It's the criminals are these rich people that we're watching on TV, and these people are the criminals that are stealing further from us.
Yeah.
So in all honesty, this national dialogue, it's not showing any kind of progressiveness in my eyes. It's just going to be a bunch of old people again talking about the same thing, talking about race, talking about apartheid. What is the way forward? Because these policies need to change, guys.
But
That's the real problem.
Because the whole national dialogue thing, the way I understood it, the way I understood as President Cyril Ramaphosa was addressing the nation or launching this national dialogue officially yesterday, I understood it from a point of everyone is going to get involved.
Right.
In the sense that, and I know Theo's already laughing because he sees
No, I'm
this
not laughing. I'm
as
giggling.
an
I'm just
impossibility.
giggling.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
Everyone is going to get involved. And by everyone getting involved, I think their perspective is that they're going to visit different places and involve these people that they envision, because they say they want to speak to 10 million South Africans, which doesn't make sense because when you look at the population, that's like a smaller portion, right?
Those are the taxpayers they're speaking to.
It's fine, but also I think it's a number of voters because a lot of South Africans do not vote. But anyway, they have their own justification. My point is, since this whole thing is going to involve everyone, it's going to take a different shape from what they envisioned. What's going to happen is that we're going to start having a conversation as a nation, not a scripted conversation in a hall at Unisa, or conversations like this are going to start to actually happen in different spaces where it's uncontrolled, and those conversations for me are what I refer to as the actual national dialogue, but they're not foreseeing that. So what I'm trying to say is that they're going to lose control of the dialogue. They're envisioning it from a perspective of we're going to control it. That's why they invited prominent people, their own people, instead of saying let's invite Julius Malema, let's invite
Because we do need
you understand?
every single representation of the black or
Yeah.
the community as a whole,
Yeah.
in fact. So if they have just prominent people, like it's a bunch of intelligent people.
Lechanyani, I saw Lechanyani there.
Yeah.
Do you understand what
But
I
he's
mean?
a leader though.
He's a leader,
Yes, he
but
And he's a
is.
leader of a great number of people in this country.
in numbers, I agree with you. But then, what is it that is he going to contribute towards us having this dialogue? What is
From
it
a,
that
from a religious point of view, he has a lot to contribute. From a spiritual point of view, for those that look at him as a spiritual leader, he has a lot to contribute.
you know my thing about the national dialogue? I don't even have strength for it as a citizen of this country. I do not see myself participating in it. I do not see myself engaging in matters that relate to it,
Okay.
because for me it's the same as the TRC, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission.
Yeah.
There's nothing that we will get that will be of substance from formulating such things. They are just there for them to push their own narration and see where the wind blows to a certain extent and what they can capitalize at. Right now, they're going to use the national dialogue to find out where people are standing in terms of their political stance.
Yeah.
They're going to reach a conclusion with the national dialogue of who are going to vote for them when election time comes. So I do not see the imperative essence of this whole thing.
Yeah.
They just want us to become distracted and look sideways while other issues are unfolding. Serious matters that are taking place in the country that we should give our full attention. But then we're going to give full attention to speaking, listening to good
But those
philosophies.
conversations are important. Theo. You can't just say that
To who?
you won't
To
participate.
who? People are hungry. You are telling me of conversations that elders are having with full stomachs. No, that is not important.
But
to me.
solutions don't come out of anywhere. You need to have a discussion to say we are facing hunger right now. What is the solution?
Do you think that those people, they're just going to nod their heads and agree with everything that you are saying as the person that is unprivileged?
Then
But
that's not
on
a
their
dialogue.
end, that is the thing. That's why I don't believe that within the leadership of this whole national dialogue, we should have leaders that are prominent.
Yes,
People
we
who
should
are
have
supposed to
everyday
lead those
people
things.
there.
We should have everyday people. Those
Get
are
a
people
taxi
that
driver
are
on the national dialogue. Get
have
like
a taxi
the
driver on the
average
national
person.
dialogue. An average person
Yes.
that is
they
affected
say
on a daily basis.
that's
you
the
can't
thing.
bring Lekhanyan with a big star badge there and expect us to listen to such an elder. No.
But Bishop Lekanyane is a prominent leader
He's
who's
a prominent
representing
leader.
a
We
serious...
can't listen to prominent leaders that are not serving us as citizens. We need to listen to everyday people that are affected on a daily so that we get to the gems of the issues.
Okay. Let me officially welcome you to Break It Down Mondays. My name is Elvis Mulifimov. This is Break It Down Podcast, the Monday section. I'm with Kat, MPH, Theo, as well as Skumbuzo. You won't see him, but he is with us.
Our resident ghost.
Yeah. Thanks to Swevi behind the camera. We've got Toby as well. You know him.
Blinders.
He's really doing the good job there. Skumbuzo, maybe let's continue that conversation with you. What are your thoughts on the national dialogue? Do you see this thing becoming a success, or Loena Uzamalithio, you don't want to participate?
Don't say Utsamalin now.
But again, when I want to participate, you don't
No,
want
I
to
won't participate. Even though I'm not going to shy away from that. I won't.
This
But
dialogue,
I
do you
will
know,
not.
Do you know that by having this conversation, you're already participating?
I'd rather, yeah, it's cool, but I'm making people aware of also of what is transpiring.
This is what
on
I'm
the
saying,
rear.
Kat.
I get you.
This is what I'm saying, that
what
it's
you're
going to
saying.
take a different shape.
And
But
I
I will-
hear you. But why are we spending taxpayers' money
Why?
to make these
How
conversations
much- how
that
much
are
are
But
they
already
spending?
happening
But they
Wait,
cancelled the
possible?
budget, isn't it? They cancelled the...
That's a
Why
lie.
was it
They're going to
implemented in
start
the
and-
first
they're
place?
gonna start and
Why
make
was
up
it
a new
implemented
budget.
in the first place? It wasn't
Guys.
even supposed to be conversation.
The only reason they cancelled it is because of the backlash. That
The
they received.
backlash, chief.
We
We
were
can't
all
be
like,
playing.
you can't be
We can't be
spending
playing with
this
this
much
elders,
money.
chief.
But there's still
I'm tired
money.
of this elders.
They're
Me
still paying
myself.
Lekhanyani
Ow.
to make an appearance.
Ow.
They're paying
They're
all these
paying-
people to
you
make an
think this
appearance.
Khanyani
to
can
speak.
just
It's not
blom
out
there
of them.
at Miriam Makeba Hall at the University of South
Exactly.
Africa at main campus just to sit there and
And
be
that's
public
maybe the
expectation.
issue.
I mean, it's not nice to be at Moria the whole day. So it's just
No, he's not at Moria the whole
Look,
day.
if we're gonna,
Get your
yes, we
facts
do need
straight,
to
dog.
have spiritual leaders, right?
Yes.
But we have ordinary churches within townships,
Yeah.
within neighborhoods that we can call them because they know the problems of their people.
But how many people are they
Lekganyane must
leading?
might
That's the
be
question.
It's not a matter of
disassociated.
numbers, Chief. If they're gonna want to deal with numbers, they should go elsewhere. They can't want and recruit with us. I'm
no,
not
but
a-
you can't have a pastor of
So you want me
of a
to-
church with a
I
45
get you. No,
members
it's fine.
at
So-
the national.
No,
So you want me
obviously
to
it won't
sup-
be
so
45
you want me
members.
to
Mara di teng
participate?
dikereke.
Okay, let's have a conversation. Let me actually pause you. Let me give Sku a chance,
Yeah,
and then I'll come
let's
back to
hear
you guys. Because hey,
Angeke
Sku, what are your
isipane.
thoughts?
Dialogue le ngeke isipane and
You too.
Angeke ayisebenzi because we could have found cheaper ways to do this thing, collect the information, because that's all we are after: getting information, coalescing that information, making sure ukuthi when we meet as the elders, as Ote would call them, we are meeting to finalize what we should prioritize. Not because we are starting, now we're going to listen to everybody. They were trying to control it, like you were saying. They tried to control it by
They're still trying.
by selecting a couple of people to represent the general public. But unfortunately, because the people that they've chosen don't seem to be a true reflection of what's happening on the ground.
Yes.
So because of that, angeke isebenze.
Yeah, but-
I'm just giving it
Yeah.
2 weeks time. Within 2 weeks time, we would have forgotten about this. They'll
These guys
put
are
out
not-
another budget and say now we are
I'm not
going to
budging.
put a document together with policies and stuff. Then they're going to spend 100 million to go and sit at the wherever they'll be sitting and rent whatever venues they are renting and eat food. After that policy, I'm giving it 2 years. Nothing's gonna happen. The world is gonna change in 3 years' time.
And
When-
be optimistic for a
when
second.
they started this
Optimistic.
thing, the focal point it was who left the national dialogue, who decided not to participate for a week. So you want to tell me that we created this thing that was supposed, but for us to focus on who doesn't want to participate, who's superior within levels of government, who's like we can't be ridiculed to such levels by this prominent leaders.
Mbeki left
We can't,
recently. Thabo Mbeki,
We don't,
president,
I
former
don't
we
president,
don't
blame
care.
him.
former
We don't-
president
we
Thabo
don't
Mbeki
care.
left.
I don't blame him.
Former president Kgalema Motlanthe left. Exited the whole national
Why were
dialogue
they there in
thing.
the
Why
first
were
place?
they
Why are we
there, bro?
focusing
Like,
on people
I
that
don't.
are past?
That's what I
That's what
don't
bothers me.
understand.
Thabo
For a
Mbeki's
week,
role.
we've been conversating about those people. Why? Because the focal thing was supposed to be national dialogue, but we are not focusing on that. We're focusing on individuals who are happen
but-
to be socialites.
No, but listen, those people are not just people. This is someone who once led this country
I agree.
for almost
And
2 terms.
apparently
You understand?
they
So
initiated
no.
the whole thing.
Listen,
But he's not
listen.
God. He
Track
doesn't-
record
No,
is not
he's
looking
definitely
cute.
is not God.
Yeah, don't put him like he's God.
These are presidents that were impeached. So
of course, I mean when you look at
what
who's-
do we need
no,
to hear
no,
from
no,
them?
Wait,
Can I ask something?
wait. Before
Can
you
I
ask
ask-
something,
Okay, cool.
Thabo Mbeki is not an ordinary man.
Certainly, he's the former president.
He's the former president of this country,
Short, he went to
and he
sex
almost
and all
completed.
that. Short.
And he almost completed
Almost
2
does
terms.
not
Oh,
count.
you
understand?
Don't tell us about
No,
those
it's
almost.
fine.
This is
I'm
what
just
we
trying to
do.
You
show
can't
you.
bring a
Almost.
person that failed
We
in
don't
front
want
of us.
almost,
He failed.
yeah.
Didn't
What
No,
to
but
be
you
complete
can't
left.
say he failed.
He did not complete his
failed.
terms
How?
because there was
He
infighting
failed.
within
That's
his
failure.
own party.
Failure is failure.
That shows
he was condoned.
his leadership skills. Please, man, let's just not. Let's
Who's-
not.
who's-
Okay.
It's
Can I ask something?
anti-progressive to
Yeah, ask that
focus-
question because I'm not
Who's-
winning
who's-
with this one.
Who's the vice chancellor of the University of South Africa?
Unisa.
That lady who was speaking.
Pule.
I don't know her
Pule
name. Yeah.
Lenkapule.
Yeah.
Oh,
She spoke.
Why?
No, I just wanted
she was,
to know.
yeah, she spoke. Why do you want to ask
No,
about her name?
I was thinking of something else. No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
School?
The lady's name. Just trying to find the lady's name, the vice chancellor, if it does connect.
Yeah.
Puleng Lenkapu.
Okay, cool. So,
I read the
Let's-
vice chancellor and president of Unisa is Professor David Lloyd. Okay,
It
must
can't
have
be.
been a different year.
It can't be. It can't be.
it's
Oh, Puleng
Lenkapule.
Lenkabule.
Lenkapule.
Lenkabula.
Lenkapule.
Let me see that spelling.
Puleng Kapule.
Language.
It's Puleng Kapule. She's been there for quite
Let
some
me see.
time.
What's
She's
Professor?
held- Ooh, okay.
Professor,
So she's
the Vice Chancellor and Principal
Yeah.
of Unisa is Professor Puleng
Puleng Kapule.
Linkabula.
Linkabula. Yeah.
Pardon.
You can
What's no
open.
language? Anyway,
Okay, yeah.
sharp. I think we can move to the next subject.
Sure, I
But
agree.
my if I can wrap this up,
Yeah.
I think this national dialogue is going to take a different direction. What I mean by that is that the powers that actually control the whole narrative of the national dialogue and the vision that they had, you can hear when that lady was speaking that they had this strategic view about it, like it was planned. to
Yeah, it
say,
was
this is how
politically
it's going
planned.
to go
Yeah.
out and all of that. But I'm seeing it being decentralized and people on the ground taking charge, social media, those conversations on radio, those conversations that are going to go on and on and on. And God only knows what the end will be.
You know, with this dialogue.
But I'm very positive.
Me, I'm not. With this
Not from a
dialogues,
perspective of Ramaphosa's
not
national
from that
dialogue, no.
Listen, commissions, inquiries, dialogues.
Yeah.
As long as if they involve the mass involvement of people, trust me, they are not going.
What I'm trying to
anywhere
say is that the
slowly.
masses are going to create their own dialogue.
And how are they
Guys-
capturing it? At least
Yeah?
if there was a way to
Alekhatha
capture those dialogues, keep them in a central place for whoever will be put
The
in
best-
pla-
the best
in
place
power
is to broadcast.
to go back to, and then
That's why I asked you,
formulate
what
a
is our
policy
role?
out of.
We don't
What is
have-
the role that we can play in
we
this
don't
national
have
dialogue
such-
as the podcast?
We don't have sufficient capital to broadcast on such things. Us, people who are not within their level of peak hierarchies, we're gonna need equipment. Mainstream will always show you one thing: the face of Gwede. That's what you saw yesterday at Miriam Makeba Hall. The face of Bishop Lekhanyan. That's what you're gonna see.
Let's wrap that topic up. Pieter Groenewald. Peter. How do you pronounce the name there?
Peter.
Peter.
Pete or Peter. Peter.
It's a slang. I can't
Peter.
Peter. Okay. Minister Peter Groenewald.
Groenewald, yes, it's our Minister of Correctional Services.
Aha.
Yeah.
So I saw an article where he says his department is moving with the rollout of bakeries across all its facilities.
Yeah.
So this is a new money saving scheme that he's come up with. Whereas instead of so much money to buy bread and to buy all these things, the prisoners need to work and make their own food.
Yeah.
And it's not the only idea that he's shared, to be quite honest. He said that he believes that in agriculture as well, the average prisoner should be working towards contributing towards our country's GDP, because it costs each prisoner, it costs about 10,870
To feed them
to feed them and
while they're in prison.
to take care of
This is
them,
so
all the
nice, man.
facilities. Only
Why
467
is
is
it
for
nice,
food.
Chief?
It's so nice because an average South African is not even earning 3.5.
Exactly. So you as a taxpayer,
So
you're
would
paying
you
towards.
have them rather not eat from the statement that you just
Yes.
Not eat.
Yes.
No, I would
No,
rather.
the
I would
system
rather-
should have always been that they should work towards
Yes.
their
Produce
own-
their own food.
made? I agree.
sustain themselves. They essentially, when you're in prison, it shouldn't be you're here to just
Parlay.
relax. You should be fighting for your life to stay alive still, because it makes no sense to me that a homeless person is suffering more than a person who is inside the prison walls. Like it just doesn't make any sense. So he's introducing all these new things so that taxpayers are paying less money in order to
even
sustain
in those,
a prisoner.
but even in those conditions, prison is a haven for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And they don't want to go out of prison.
Exactly.
They would rather come out, commit a couple of crimes,
Go back.
So
go back.
even with that-
so it's their lifestyle. You know.
So even with the petty crimes thing, he's saying instead of arresting people who do petty crimes, the police need to beat them up.
And the community must beat them up. That one
Look,
I agree with.
I agree with that.
You do.
Yes.
Yeah, you must go get 5 lashes from the Molefe family, from the Zondo family, 5 lashes. Every Wednesday, we are gathering around you.
We have too
Yeah.
many people, like you're saying, people do petty thefts, will
No,
steal cheese
man.
at Pick and Pay, or will do a house breaking just because they want to go inside because they will eat. They're guaranteed 3 meals inside.
That
And they're
will
guaranteed
start to
protection as
that
well.
will start to condone crime. You know, those petty crimes.
It won't. Do you want to get beat up by the cops?
Look, there are people.
The people that were living in apartheid will tell you how painful it is to get beat up by cops. It's not a nice thing.
it's painful to get beaten by apartheid cops. Not now, 2025 cops.
I get it. The problem is we have to change
No.
steps as well.
Yeah, unless it's a tax team by Mkwanas.
You know-
of course. But yes,
Groenewald. Okay, Groenewald he's doing something incredible.
Yes.
It's incredible.
Recommendable.
Regardless of you bashing us that for your own personal issues, but then he's doing the right thing in this instance, because you have 13 facilities of correctional service that already have these bakeries. They produce something like 3,800 loaves a day. They have 50 inmates that work shifts time and time again. So you can see, and they produce bread at a cost of 8 rand compared to when they pay a service provider, which is going to be 23 rand. So it cuts costs
yeah.
to a certain extent for taxpayers, and it's a sheer to a right direction. We need to support goodness whenever we see it. Not only that, he's supposed to implement other things, making sure that. Have you ever seen being on TikTok and you're just scrolling live, people that are on lives
In
and
prison.
and you only see a person who's in prison?
Yep.
You get me? So
Yeah.
things like that, like they
The
should make sure
privileges,
that
it needs to be cut.
they are cut. We know that there's inside arrangements with law enforcement for those things to come inside.
Yeah.
be
But
drugs,
do you think the tenderpreneurs then will just accept this? Because now you're taking
It's
their
not
bread.
up to
it's
them.
not up to them. They're
That's
not
what I love
deployed.
about
Yeah, they're not
this
deployed to
minister.
be. Hence,
He doesn't
things
care.
are rolling.
Yeah.
13 correctional service
Yeah.
centers. They have bakeries currently in the country as we speak. Inmates are working there. You get me? So, like,
This is the
it's
only
progress.
way.
It's progress.
Yeah.
It's the only way. It's how it's supposed to be headed.
So the tenderpreneurs bangadla through fixing the machinery that's in the bakery, because the machinery is quite
Even
costly.
that. Even
I
that-
doubt
the only
somebody
tender
who's
they can
running
get.
a tight administration like this would
allow that, because
that
the
to
whole
happen
point-
in his department.
The whole point is to build skill inside these people. That's the rehabilitation of the whole
Yeah.
process. So we're building skill on them to make sure that they learn, they do these things inside the
Yeah,
prison.
now
We don't have to
it's
outsource.
becoming
Yeah.
the actual correctional service.
Yeah, we don't have
Yes.
to,
Yeah,
to
I see,
outsource.
I
That
see,
is
I
the
see where
Because
you're
in
going.
different countries, you see these people that are working as general workers.
Yeah.
They're cleaning up. And in our country, it's just like, oh, if Gili 2080, I'm secured. I mean,
You
I can
get
even
me.
become
Like,
Minister
it's
of
not
Sports
supposed to be like
and
that.
Arts and Culture.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Because
I'm
like
saying,
it's gonna reach a point whereby just imagine you did a crime. A crime, it's a crime. Let it be small. You go to court, you are found guilty, you go to prison. You didn't do a heavy crime, but you are there with serious people who did heavy crimes. You get
That's
me?
not
So you're not
rehabilitation.
gonna feel safe. You are supposed to know that I'm going to rehabilitate myself. I did a crime. I did wrong. Though you get me. It has to be like that.
That's
So
really
whether-
great.
Manje naye utufuna uthatha, he wants to deport all the
yes.
illegal foreigners.
Oh,
that
that
are
was
within
my
the-
favorite part.
within the
Yeah, I
confines
mean,
of
why
the
not?
prison.
I mean,
Yeah,
They need to
prisons
go-
are full.
Yeah, they need to be deported.
They need to go
Yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah.
But
Come
now
on.
it seems like it's going to be a process, because they need to speak to Home Affairs first to make sure that these people are.
This
we
is what
contact
Zuma
their-
was talking
their
about, that
native countries.
the law sometimes stands in your way, and I think even Kwanazi spoke about it.
We
that
keep
Yeah.
saying
sometimes the law
It
is
does.
the change
the
that
problem.
needs to happen
does.
are these policies,
does.
because if
The
you really look
processes.
at it, they set you up to fail.
They do.
They
Even
set them. If we can bash the ANC as much as we want and ask who's going to be the next president, the next president is going to fail as well. You know what I mean? Because these policies are in place for them to fail, so that Mabura Apartheid can be like, yeah, y'all could never
no,
do
but
it
the
without
ANC,
us.
the ANC,
Yeah,
you
let's
can
take
never
over
have.
again.
Yeah.
The ANC, you can never be merciful towards them, because they ruled with majority power for the longest time.
1000%.
Yeah.
They
And
could have changed those
A
things.
lot of
Hence,
time-
we want them gone.
Right now in 2025, we could be living in a new South Africa with a new
Yep.
constitution, with
So nice.
with
infrastructure
totally new
development
laws.
on
Yeah.
another level.
Yeah.
Those kind of things.
That I see
1000%.
from a practical point of view, yes.
Yeah.
But from a law perspective, constitutional point of view, they could have tabled that constitution.
They could have
And-
changed it a long time ago. Yeah.
So what we are looking at basically is just an organization that didn't have the willingness, bruh. They didn't have the willingness.
They had the willingness to fill up their stomachs.
yeah, it was greed.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, they were willing and
They
they
were
were able.
poverty stricken in their minds.
They were
Yeah.
very able.
yeah.
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 All right, let's go to the next topic. Bill Gates of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, right? I remember last time I didn't catch up on his story, but he said he's going to give away his wealth, and then we wake up to news that he wants now to create a long-term, what do they call it, a prevention
He
long-term.
has he's
Yeah.
created it already.
Yeah, so
He wants to test it.
yeah, the trial run
In Africa.
and
Yeah.
our favorite president, of course,
Yes.
the Namibian president, decided that is going to actually reject that offer to say no, our people in Namibia are not going to become case studies for your thing. What do you guys think about that? And first of all, before we come to Bill Gates, Kat, maybe you as a female, what is your understanding and what is your view on what do they call it? Contraceptives? Yeah.
Right. So it's tricky, right? Because
First of all, do you think women should prevent?
1000%.
Okay.
Look, the biggest problem we have is not proper family planning. And family planning is you can't just have a baby and think God is going to save you. Do you know what I mean?
I've always
Economically.
But why not? God
Funds.
is there.
No. God
God
wasn't
is there with what? Sasa.
These guys,
Sasa.
There's
40,000.
there's a difference between biology. Lerato o kenya Modimo in problem. He's
Modimo-
got big
Modimo wa
problems.
pila.
Palestine is about to be wiped out. God has got enough on his plate. You're gonna go and practice unsafe sex
Yeah.
with no preventative method, and then say God is going to save you from poverty.
Sasa will
So,
save you.
in that sense, yes, I do believe in contraceptives, right? My issue is that science in 2025 hasn't found a way to save the woman. Why are we the only people that have these different types of methods? And to be honest, they are
Okay.
toxic. They're very toxic.
They are,
Bear
definitely.
in no mind, at some
Yeah.
point,
You
there
can't
are
say they
so
are cheap.
many.
You don't know.
There
Don't
are so
say
many.
They are like you know.
There's so many.
They are.
There's so many side
No
effects.
comment.
So many things can happen. So many things can go wrong. There's women that have become infertile even because they
Yes.
were on contraceptives for too long. So it is a toxic thing. But there is ways. I know that for a fact. It's just because men don't want to. Because they don't have to deal with being pregnant.
So you want
And
men
that's
to
the
also
issue.
have
Yes, because a man can make how many women pregnant in a span of 9 months? I can only be pregnant once.
All night.
And it's him telling different women, I'll pull out, but then he never does. Do you know what I mean? So it's really, men should be on contraceptives,
game.
but because men think women should bear that brunt. So Bill Gates, it's not the first time he comes in and wants to test a substance on Africans. It's been happening since the dawn of medication and pharmaceuticals because he's very involved in those things. And so we need more leaders like the president of Namibia who's actually fighting for her people. Like, yeah, you're saying you want to, it's overpopulated. United States is overpopulated. How about you test it there first?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
What's your take?
I want us to wrap up. I'm gonna give you 1 minute. 1 minute.
Why don't you take that 1 minute yourself?
No, I don't believe that men should actually prevent.
Of course you don't. You're a man.
No.
Why-
Nothing
why-
you say right now
Let's
is
give
going
him a
to
chance.
save
Let
you,
me
my
hear his
dear.
pers-
I don't have
I
much
swear.
time. I don't have much time to
Yeah.
to really back my argument.
Yeah, just
So-
dissect it briefly. 30 seconds. We're listening.
Hey, this guy. No, let's. You know what? Men, for me, honestly speaking, yes, I understand. And you're giving me the look
No, you
now.
don't.
But it's fine.
The thing is, you don't, because you're trying
No,
to justify.
no,
The
listen,
fact that you're
Chief,
trying to
don't
justify
go
it, you
around
don't
corners
understand.
with this thing.
Don't tell me you
Give
understand.
us.
Just give me your views.
Yeah, give me a chance.
Okay.
With men. Theo is laughing, Brian. I'm serious.
Okay, bro.
No, honestly speaking, Kat, I think it will do so much harm than it does to women.
True.
Number
That's
one.
ridiculous.
No. Honestly speaking,
Nah, you guys
one,
are
because
wilding.
with you, honestly speaking, if you take prevention pills or prevention methods, even if you take Bill Gates stuff, you're still able to say, okay, after a while you can drop it, and then your body can.
Men.
No, it doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way because my egg, now we're going to.
Sperms, yeah.
My sperms,
Yes, boy.
my sperm cells are not built that way. You understand? They are not built that way. They
Neither
always
is an egg, guys. Do you know that? It's not built
Ash-
that way either.
now we're
None of
talking
it
heavy
is.
topics, but anyway.
None of it is.
Yeah, it's not
but they
supposed to be
can
taken
give
out
you a
of
pill
this.
that kills the fertility within your sperm count, just like they do with the same with an egg, and everybody can keep it pushing. What do you mean it's gonna affect you more?
But that's the thing.
Oh,
Science,
man, you guys are-
science has not proved to us, at least, to
It
show
doesn't
that.
want to because scientists are men. It doesn't want to. That's
No,
what
but-
science hasn't proved to us. They are.
Women are-
they
women
can.
are scientists
They
as
just
well.
don't want to. They just don't want to.
It's not
Why?
profitable
That's just
to have
it.
men.
Because we
be-
can't risk the man. Oh my God, the men. We can't risk them.
So I don't think it's not profitable for men to be sterilized. There are more women, and since they saw that we
But
have
that
more
stats
women,
is still correct. In 2025, that
will
there's
produce
more women
more-
than men.
we'll produce more
I don't
methods
think
to
that's still
sterilize the
correct.
women. There are methods to sterilize men that are being put in place, but then they are not as cheap as they are for the women at the moment because
Is
there's
it?
still trial runs.
Yeah,
That-
that's
that-
what I was saying. That there is no proven scientific research or findings that actually prove that if men can take prevention,
Y'all tell
uh,
me y'all
can
could
work,
discover
yeah.
physics, but y'all can't make us
it
a
maybe could
contraceptive.
work, but the damages.
Yeah, the damages.
It could be a permanent
True,
thing now.
true.
You understand? And now I'm not
once-
able to have kids.
once they
and
have
besides,
that-
and
Maybe you
besides-
shouldn't.
No,
That's
what
also
do you
just
mean I
another
should?
I
thing.
see having
Men are
kids.
just
it's my God-given
saving,
right.
No, you're just saving your bloodline for what? What greatness
Okay,
have you
I
built
see having
for your
kids.
bloodline to
I
be
see
saved?
having kids. What
Why?
if those
those?
what if those contraceptives
Yeah.
for men as they will be formulated by this pharmaceutical companies and what so not? If they do it for men, what if they have a long-term effect to a point whereby
That's what
I
I'm
can't
saying.
even
It's
get
fine.
erected?
It's fine. It's not
Nearly
fine.
erection.
I get it. The point of Bill Gates is to lessen the population.
Hore sa tsoa.
So that
Hore
it
sa
becomes
tsoa.
men.
Mo rona.
Siame, go siame.
Other target the man now. Once you get the men
It's
because you
fine
have plenty
because
sperm
nobody cared
and
about
plenty
these side
babies.
effects
Yeah.
when we were doing
ca-
them. So why
No,
should we care?
We do, Mama.
It's fine.
We do care.
Y'all
We
shouldn't
do
be
care.
procreating.
What I'm saying
squarely.
We
is-
do care.
If
Right.
Bill- I'm not advocating for this, but if Bill Gates and the
Yeah.
crew want to do what they want to do, we as men, especially black men,
Yeah.
are in SHIT.
Okay, now I'm just saying, women must then must stop taking these things.
They should. They should.
Then we are equal. We are fine.
No, we are not fine.
We are fine. If
Arba-
sibana bantwana,
All
sibana
right,
bantwana.
I think we
No,
can
no,
take.
no.
I think we can take this conversation on another episode.
Shut up.
I'm gonna really close it right now. If you have been watching us up until this time, thank you so much. If you're new finding this platform for the very first time, you need to hit the like button. 1. Number 2, you need to subscribe to this channel. Number 3, you need to continue this conversation in the comment section. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next one. This is Break It Down Mondays. My name is Elvis Mulifi Morv.
Peace out.
Shut up.